Keir Starmer could end up being prime minister. And he was heavily involved because he was the director of public prosecutions in England, in the UK. And you spoke about records being destroyed. I know that his visits to America, he destroyed a lot of records about that. I mean, it's unbelievable. Can you tell us a little bit about Keir Starmer?
Sweden gave me documents which I couldn't believe. I couldn't believe. And these documents were providing evidence that it was the Crown Prosecution Service, then headed by Keir Starmer, which told the Swedish prosecutors not to come to London to question Julian Assange. Now the problem is, did Keir Starmer get involved personally in this case? We have no evidence. If you ask me whether there is any smoking gun connecting Keir Starmer to this advice not to question Julian Assange in London, there is not. There is nothing connecting Keir Starmer to the Julian Assange case. He was the head of the prosecution. He was the director of the prosecution, but there is not a single email of Keir Starmer providing instruction, giving instruction to the lawyers to create this quagmire. So in the last 9 years, I tried hard to get the full correspondence in order to reconstruct the chain of command, who was telling what, because we have only this lawyer, Paul Close, who retired, who basically was telling to the Swedish prosecutors, don't come here, don't come to London to question him only after extraditing him. And this created a legal paralysis in the case, basically, for years, So in the last 9 years, I tried hard to get the full correspondence. And the UK authorities have basically admitted they never provided the full correspondence. Initially, they said, we did give you whatever we had, with all our correspondence with the Swedish prosecutors. And I discovered it was not true. I discovered it was not true because basically there were gaps in this correspondence. So for example, when Julian took refuge in the embassy, there was no correspondence with between the Swedish authorities and the UK authorities. And that was not possible.
Right, it's impossible
that they had not, thought they had no correspondence that week. When Julian got asylum by Ecuador, there was no correspondence at all. And again, it would have been impossible not to have a correspondence. Yeah. So we went back with my FOI lawyers, Estelle Dihon and Jennifer Robinson. We went back to the UK authorities at the Crown Prosecution Service, and we told them, it is not true that you gave us the full correspondence with the Swedish authorities. Please check the correspondence again, and we want the correspondence about the crucial weeks. There must be correspondence about those crucial weeks. So they check again, and they said, well, we check, but basically, if there ever was correspondence, we did destroy it. So they admitted they had destroyed the crucial correspondence, basically. And since then, they admitted this in 2017. Since then, we have been fighting in UK tribunals, appeal after appeal, and they have always refused to clarify what really happened. So, I mean, it is distinctively suspicious that they have refused to shed light on the destruction of documents. So even if Julian is now free, I won't give up. I want to go ahead with this FOI litigation, and I want to understand what happened, why they destroyed the documents. I want to understand what, if any, role Keir Starmer had in this legal saga, considering that there is no smoking gun, but at the same time, he was the head of the prosecution.
Again, YouTube demonetized my channel because I'm not allowed to say naughty things about Israel. Telling the truth is forbidden. So if you are able to donate a few dollars on PayPal or on a monthly basis on Patreon, please consider doing it because it would really help me continue my journalism and support independent media. So I'd be very grateful. And the links are in the description and also in the chat. Thank you guys very much again for all your donations and all your kind comments. I appreciate it very much.